Yes, sir. Good evening to all of you. This is CA Sachin Jain from Jodhpur, and just once confirm me that my voice is audible and the PowerPoint presentation, the PDF file for today's session is okay for you. Just once comment in the chat box so that we can start the session. All the number of participants are less, but they are going to join soon. So content in white. So we need to start the session. Just once confirm in the chat box that my voice is audible and the PDF file is okay for you. Sir, chat box is available in the YouTube. You can okay, sir. I got one comment that my voice is audible and the PDF file is okay. So I am going to start the session on Bank Branch Audit 2023. Sir, I know you all are chartered accountant or the office staff of the chartered accountant, and you all are doing the bank branch audit regularly. Okay, sir. But this is a one-time task in a year, because if I'm talking from the point of view of income tax, in that case we are doing that income tax audit frequently basis of our clients. Okay, we are checking those accounts on frequent basis. But in case of bank branch audit, if we are not the concurrent auditor of any particular branch, in that case, or we are not connected with any bank, in that case this is a one-time task for a year, or this is our responsibility to conduct that bank branch audit in best possible manner. Sir, the issue with that bank branch audit, sir, the issue with that bank branch audit is that time is limited and content is very wide. Okay, sir, and the same situation is with me for today's session. We have just 2 hours and we need to cover the maximum point, the creamy point of that bank branch audit. Okay, sir. So this session is just for discussion purpose, because I know very well you all are chartered accountant and you all have the sufficient knowledge regarding bank branch audit. I am just refreshing that knowledge. Okay, sir. So during the session, while discussing the topic or while discussing the point, if you got any doubt in your mind, you are free to raise the queries in the chat box in on your YouTube. Okay, sir. So I will provide you the reply in sufficient time. But if, because time is limited, so if it was not possible for you, or अगर कोई क्वेरी यहाँ पर अनसॉल्व रह जाती है, in that case I will share with you my WhatsApp number. You can connect with me on my WhatsApp number, so we can discuss about the your queries on my WhatsApp number also. Okay, sir. So just without wasting a single second, I am going to start my discussion on the planning part of bank branch audit. Sir, we have just 3 to 4 to 5 to 7 days for completing that bank branch audit. Hence, planning plays a very important role, because multiple things are there. In case of bank branch, we need to do multiple things. Okay, sir. So for a suggestion, we just need to divide our team in two parts. One is our traditional part and another is our technological part. Okay, sir. So for conducting the bank branch audit in a smooth way, you just do one thing, that divide your team in two parts. First, those who have the expert knowledge regarding the traditional methods, that is how to find out the NPA, how to check the irregularities, how to check the accounts. So that part or that team should be called as your traditional team, or one team has to be your technology team. Those person who have the expert knowledge in technology or specifically in Excel. In that case, you can divide the team in two parts. One is traditional and another is technology, because COVID-19 ने हमको ये तो सिखा दिया कि we need to do that audit with the technology, with the help of technology. Okay, sir. Nowadays, when we are going to for bank branch audit and we are visiting that bank branch, in that case, our first responsibility is that we need to prepare ourselves, we need to prepare our staff prior to visiting that particular bank branch. Sir, how we can do it? So for that purpose, we are going to discuss on the planning part. First, sir, you should ready your audit program. Okay, we all know that by 28th or by 29th of March, you will receive the letter regarding the appointment of bank branch audit. Okay, sir. And we all know that the scope of that bank branch audit is continuously in a reducing mode. Sir, why this? Because quality, the biggest reason is that our quality. Okay sir, we are saying that बैंक मैनेजर हमको एमपीए नहीं करने देता है या फिर बैंक मैनेजर हमको प्रॉपर्ली हमारी ड्यूटीज एक्सरसाइज नहीं करने देता है, तो वहां पर आरबीआई कहता है देन व्हाई बैंक ऑडिट. Okay sir, so we need to prove our quality in best possible manner, and for providing the quality we should talk on the written audit program. We should prepare one written audit program before starting that bank branch audit. Or when you will got the appointment letter from the bank branch, your first responsibility is to prepare the audit program, that how you are going to start that bank branch audit, decide your team, decide your working papers, decide your documents which you required before visiting that bank branch. Okay sir, if possible, but then please note down these points, or prepare the notes. Okay, that plays a very important role for conducting the bank branch audit in a smooth way. Now एनओसी मस्ट बी टेकन फ्रॉम प्रीवियस ऑडिटर्स. मल्टीपल टाइम हम लोग ये मिस्टेक कर देते हैं कि वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू टेक द एनओसी, नो ऑब्जेक्शन सर्टिफिकेट फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस ऑडिटर. सो दिस इज अवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू टेक द एनओसी, नो ऑब्जेक्शन सर्टिफिकेट फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस ऑडिटर, और वी शुड मेल a letter to that previous auditor that sir, we need that NOC. Also, you may do one thing, call to that previous auditor and talk with that auditor regarding the strength and weakness of that particular branch, so that we will be in a good situation while conducting that bank branch audit, because we got the idea, we got the points that from which point we need to think on. Then do hold a meeting with all engagement team. As I said, we need to divide our team in two parts. One is traditional and another is technological. So us team के साथ we need to held one meeting. Okay, and we need to assign the duties of that particular person. के sir, Mr. X, you should do this thing. You are going to check the files. You are going to check the Excel sheets. You are going to work on that CBS software. So we need to divide the duties. Then take reference of ICI guidance note. ICI has already issued the guidance note on bank branch audit. You can take the same from the ICAI official website, or if this is not possible, then comment in the chat box. I will share the link for ICI guidance note. Okay, sir. Then this is the important task. When you got the appointment letter from that bank branch manager, you should mail one representation letter MRL to that bank branch auditor, that bank branch managers, that sir, we are going to start our bank branch audit, and for that purpose we need certain documents. Okay, so provide an MRL to that bank branch auditor regarding your requirement list. What requirements you want? Okay, what documents you want for conducting that bank branch audit. In this session, we are also going to discuss on the document list which we need to demand from that bank branch manager. Send a mail to branch regarding the management representation letter. Get the same duly signed by the manager when you visit the branch. Okay, maximum time हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We are going to send that MRL letter, but we are not taking back that MRL letter signed by that branch manager. So if there is any inquiry by ICAI, CBI, RBI, in that case, we need to present that MRL letter. So this is also a part of our working paper. So this is our responsibility to take back that MRL letter duly signed by that bank manager. Okay, sir. Now, suppose you got the bank audit of a particular bank, that is your Bank of Baroda, या फिर your central bank, या फिर XYZ bank. In that case, first take the internal circular of that bank, okay, and read carefully the internal circulars and the guidelines regarding the audit. Okay, sir. And then those guidelines compare with the guidelines issued by the Reserve Bank of India. Or if there is any difference, in that case, the guidelines of Reserve Bank of India will prevail. Okay, sir. So these all points which we need to cover before visiting the bank branch audit. Sir, I can say that we should do our bank branch audit 70% in our office and 30% part we need to check at the branch. So that when we are going to analyze or when we are going to excise on the bank branch data in our office, we got the idea that what is the internal control and what is the position of the internal control of that particular bank branch, what is the processes that our bank branch is following, और हमको एक idea लग जाएगा कि in which way we need to thought. Try to conduct the audit with technology. Okay, sir. Audit planning to include understanding of branch software. Okay, first, suppose you got the appointment letter, then you check that the particular branch is going to use which software. Finacle use कर रहा है या CBS banks use कर रहा है, FinCube use कर रहा है, which software bank is going to use. When you got that idea, then take a key for the key commands of that particular CBS software. Okay, sir. Or on the basis of that CBS software, you should conduct your bank branch audit. I will also share the key for the commands of conducting bank branch audit. Okay, sir. Now, this is all about your planning part regarding the bank branch audit. Now, sir, list of document collected and reviewed. What is the list which we need to take that from that bank branch auditor? Sir, before moving ahead, just confirm me that the planning part is okay for you. Just fastly comment in the chat box so that we all know that the content is very wide and time is very limited. So मुझे एंश्योर फास्टेस्ट बेसिस पे आप करवाते रहे कि एवरीथिंग इज क्लियर फॉर यू. सो प्लानिंग पार्ट इज क्लियर सो दैट आई कैन टेक द लिस्ट ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट्स टू बी कलेक्टेड एंड रिव्यूड. सर, आई एम वेटिंग फॉर योर कमेंट्स इन द चैट बॉक्स. Okay, sir. List of documents to be collected and reviewed. First, you should take the trial balance as on 31st March 2023. You should take the trial balance as on 31st March 2023 and demand that document from that branch manager before visiting that particular branch. Okay, sir. And this is there is one more suggestion. Take all the files in text only. You should take all the files in text format only, and then after convert that particular text into Excel. Okay, sir. So that the chances of manipulation will reduced. ओके अगर हम लोग एक्सेल लेते हैं तो उस केस में यहाँ पर चांसेस रहता है कि बैंक मैनेजर कुछ मैनिपुलेशन कर ले डेटा के अंदर. फॉर दैट पर्पस वी नीड टू टेक ओनली टेक्स्ट फाइल फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर ब्रांच मैनेजर, देन कन्वर्ट द सेम इन एक्सेल फॉर योर वर्किंग. ओके सर, वन मोर थिंग, you should take the trial balance as on 31st March 2023 and the trial balance as on 31st March 2022. Okay, then both the trial balance you need to convert in the Excel file, and then in that Excel file you should do the analysis part. Okay, you should do the analysis part. How you can analyze, sir? How you can analyze? Take the trial balance. Take the trial balance on 31st March 2022 and 31st March 2023. Okay, prepare one Excel. In that Excel, just put the particulars part, trial balance as on 2022, trial balance as on 2023, and compare the figure. If you found any big variation, any huge variation, in that case, this is enough indication for us. Or if there is any new entry comes, in that case, we should check for that. So I just share a way in which we can compare the trial balance and got certain suspectable figures if there. Okay, sir. Then after, we should take the closing circular issued by the bank head office. Okay, and we should take that document before starting the bank branch audit or before visiting the bank branch. Okay, sir. Now, review of your previous auditor report. This is also plays a very important role. We should take the previous auditor's report and long form audit report. Sir, one more suggestion from my side. When we are doing the center statutory auditor audit, in that case we found that multiple time the LFA are found as a blank and signed by the chartered accountant. This is the serious issue, and this is one more suggestion is there. If possible, then write the suggestions also. Sir, your LFAR should be specific. Don't comment no, not applicable, yes. If there is anything, then just comment specific with the account number. That is what is the responsibility of our as a chartered accountant. Okay, sir. So review the previous auditor, and this point is very much special and very much important, that when we are going to prepare the LFAR, be specific. If you found any irregularity, report the same with account number and account details. Don't say no, not applicable, and yes. You should take the RBI Master Circular for Income Recognition and Assets Classification IRAC norms related. You should take the RBI Master Circular. Okay, you can download it from the RBI website, or also you can download it, from the ICAI website. Okay, sir. Yes, I will share you the PDF file. I will share you my WhatsApp number, so that just ping me on my WhatsApp number. I will share you the PDF file also. Now, list of comments of RBI inspection reports towards the branch. If there is any inspection done by the RBI, in that case, we should take the RBI inspection report also. Okay, sir. Now, sir, branch manager अगर हमको नहीं बताए कि there is no inspection by RBI, how we can found that? So, in your MRL letter, that is your management representation letter, clearly specify in your required list that, sir, we need your previous reports. Okay, sir. Or the same MRL should be sent it to your journal office and to the regional office, so that we can ensure if there is a manager is saying that the RBI inspection report is not available, just once again send one mail to the RO office, regional office. Okay, sir. Then, if there is applicability of concurrent audit, internal inspection report, diligence report, and credit audit report, in that case, you should take the same and check the compliances of those particular reports. Now, comparative analysis of trial balance with the last year audited trial balance, I had already discussed. You just take the text file, convert the same in Excel, and then after compare the figures. Working paper on actual audit engagement carried out for the year. You should maintain each and every working paper related to that particular audit. This is our responsibility to maintain the working papers. Testing of internal control and other operational issues and the Ghosh and Jalani committee report. Multiple time हम लोग क्या करते हैं, Ghosh and Jalani committee की report we found as a nil, as a NA, not applicable. But I am going to discuss on Ghosh and Jalani report also in that segment. In that report, there are maximum issues are there on which we need to report, because this report completely based on the internal financial controls, internal control of that particular branch. Okay, sir. So Ghosh and Jalani report is also plays a very important role. Now, sir, when we are going to verify the advances, in that case, what is the documents which we need to be take care, or we need to be verify from that advances point of view? Sir, a term. I know all the terms are already clear in your mind because you are continuously doing the bank branch audit, but I am just sharing again. Sir, SMA 0, SMA 1, SMA 2, these three terms plays a very important role while doing our bank branch audit. We should take one list from that particular bank branch manager that, sir, provide us the list of your SMA 0 account, SMA 1 account, SMA 2 account. Sir, what do you mean by SMA 0, SMA 1, SMA 2? SMA 0, if the interest and if that particular account is overdue up to 30 days, in that case the same should be considered as your stressed, that is SMA 0. If the account is overdue 30 to 60 days, in that case, the same should be considered as your SMA1. And if that account is overdue for more than 60 days, in that case, the same should be considered as your SMA2. And this plays a very important role. When we are going for the bank branch audit, we should take the list of SMA2 and we should check the account statement. Okay, first take the list of SMA2 accounts, then after check the account statement of each and every account. If you found that the SMA2 category is in a wrong way, in that case, you can classify that account as a non-performing assets. Although bank manager will argue with you that, sir, NPA is automatic. Our system is automatically do that particular account if that will be classified as the NPA account. In that case, we should check this SMA. Okay, वहां पर क्या होगा? आपको एंट्री मिल जाएगी डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट विद सेम अमाउंट. In that case, that should be classified as your rollover, or in that case you should check the vouchers regarding that. And if those vouchers, you found those vouchers as unsigned, in that case this is also a signal of inherent weakness, internal weakness. Okay sir, so we need to especially take care for SMA2 account. Take list of that. Also, when you are going for demand of that advances list, say to your bank branch manager, sir, you are providing me the list of advances now, so provide me the list category wise, product wise, okay, and account status wise. That is your SMM 0, 1 and 2. Demand advances report accordingly this parameter. Okay, and this report is generated from the core banking system software of that particular branch. Okay sir, so demand the report with these parameter, and then after start your analysis, you will found surprising facts. Okay sir, if there is new section in that particular bank branch, take a list of new section, because for the new sections we need to physically verify the documents, the file, so that we can ensure about the internal control system of that particular branch. So take the list of newly section account. Then list of account referred for restructuring. Sir, what do you mean by that restructuring? Restructuring means if there is a extension of the loan amount, there is a change in the rate of interest due to the restructuring of the process. In that case, that will be considered as your restructuring, and take a list from that branch manager regarding the restructuring of the particular account. And when you are going to take that list, then check the account statement of the particular list. Okay, and analyze the things that on which behalf that accounts are going to be considered as your restructured account, or bank has done that restructuring. The basis of that restructuring we should kept in our mind. Okay sir, if there is any process which is initiated by insolvency bankruptcy code, in that case we should take care of it. And if branch manager says there is no process started by IBC against any account, in that case we should take the declaration, written declaration from that branch manager. Okay sir, now sir, red flagged account, this is a very special point. If you had done the forensic auditor certification course from the ICI, in that case you found that in case of fraud, there are 3 flagged account: red, yellow and green. Okay sir, so if there is any red flagged account, in that case we should take special care for those red flagged account. Okay sir, so take care of it. Sir, how we can decide that the particular account is red flagged or the early warning signals are there? So I am going to share one list of 45 early warning signals issued by the Reserve Bank of India, which is also incorporated in these notes. Okay sir, so we need to take care of it. Before starting the bank branch audit, we should take care of these red alert and the early warning signals issued by the Reserve Bank of India. List of bank guarantee and LC, you should take the list of bank guarantee and LC and check the transaction in that particular LC and BG. कितने टाइम उसको यूटिलाइज किया गया है, कितने टाइम वो इन्वॉल्व हुई है, ये सारी की सारी डिटेल भी हमको टेक्स्ट फाइल में ब्रांच मैनेजर से ले लेनी चाहिए. These all reports are available in the core banking system. And when you will demand, bank manager will say you, sir, this is not available in our CPS. So sir, how we can deal with that situation? Very simple. Just learn the Finacle commands or the core CBS command, CBS Banks command, or the FinCube commands, which are available on online. Or if you want, then I may share with you the CBS commands with all of you. Okay, sir. So just learn those commands. Okay, the specific commands. Go to the bank branch, say to the manager, sir, please specify one person with the technology who has the sufficient knowledge of technology, who can provide us the sufficient reports. Okay, then sit with that particular person and demand the reports. And for certain reports, he will say, sir, these reports are not available in my CBS. In that case, just put that command in that CBS software and generate the report and check the data. Okay, sir. So if you want, just comment in the chat box. I will share you the commands also. If there is any off balance sheet items, that is your contingent liability, be careful for that and check each and everything regarding contingent liability when you are going to check the trial balance. In that case, after the trial balance, you will find the items related to contingent liability. Be careful for that. Okay, sir. Now, documents related to NPA, sir, advances related NPA, each and everything is okay for you. Just comment in the chat box. Sir, everything is okay for you. So I am going to take the documents related to non-performing assets. Sir, what do you mean by that non-performing assets? What do you mean by that non-performing assets? जहां पर interest generate होना बंद हो गया है, that means where there is no interest generation or there is no income generation, in that case that asset should be classified as your non-performing assets. Okay, so when we are going to issue the MOC on account of NPA, in that case we should especially take care the post effect of that NPA. Okay, we are going to discuss on that also. So take the list of NPA accounts as on 31st March 2022 and 31st March 2023. You should take the NPA list of NPA accounts for 31st March 2022 and 31st March 2023 and compare both. For that purpose, you just take the text file from that bank and convert the same in Excel, and then after compare that a particular account which was classified as NPA as on 31st March 2022, and if the same is not available in the list of 31st March 2023, in that case, the bank has received each and every amount. Because if the account is in SMA 0 category during financial year 2022-2023, in that case you cannot classify as a regular account. For regular, that account should be as a regular, that is standard assets, not an SMA 0, 1, 2. Okay, sir. So take this list and start your analysis. List of accounts upgraded during the financial year, downgraded during the financial year. Take list of it and compare with this. That means earlier any account was as a NPA, now the account is not available, or earlier there was no any account under NPA and now that particular account is under NPA. Then check the account statement, and from checking that account statement you will find the reasons for the upgradation and for the downgradation. Okay, and if there is any suspectable facts are there, in that case report the same in your report. List of early mortality cases for the year under audit. Sir, what do you mean by early mortality cases? जिस दिन मैंने loan sanction किया, from the date of sanction of that particular loan, within 12 months अगर कोई account NPA हो जाता है, in that case that account should be considered as early mortality cases. Okay, in that case we should be very much careful for that. कहीं ये sanction bank branch ने किसी fraud के अंदर तो नहीं किया है. This is not a fraud. Or bank has clearly free examined the each and every profile of that borrower or not, and the documentation part is okay or not. So if there is any case of early mortality, in that case we should be very much careful for that. Okay, sir. Now, details of NPA classification as secured portion and unsecured portion, and also you need to calculate the provision amount, that the provisioning is in a right way or not, or there is any deficiency in your provisioning or not. So this is also an important point. We need to be very much careful for that. Critical review of auditor financial statement of borrower, because we need to check the financial statement of large borrowers. In that case, we should check the audited financial statement of that particular borrowers from the file which is available in bank branch. And if the borrower is corporate, that is LLP or company, this is my suggestion to you, that compare the audited financial with the audited financial which is submitted to the MCA portal to the ROC. And if you found any difference, in that case, this is a suspected issue. So how we can verify? MCA portal पे check कर सकते हैं. For charge related issue, we can also check the charges on the MCA website, on the ROC website. Okay, sir. Now, if there is forensic audit applicable, in that case, we should be very much careful for forensic audit. Okay, sir. Now, regarding fixed assets, this is our responsibility to check the depreciation part, that the depreciation calculated by the bank branch is okay or not, or the purchase of any fixed assets or sales of any fixed assets is under the authorization or not. Okay, sir. If there is any sales of fixed assets, take the authorization letter from regional office. If there is any purchase of fixed assets, take the authorization letter from regional office, or you should check the calculation of that depreciation amount. And if you found any deficiency, then go for MOC. Okay, sir. So with that point, this is also a very much relevant point. Okay, sir. Now, bank reconciliation, that means if that particular branch has account with another branches, another banks, in that case, we should take the reconciliation. The amount which is outstanding in the statement of that particular branch, reconcile with the other bank statement. Okay, sir. So demand for reconciliation in case of your inter branch transactions are there. In that case, also reconciliation is required. Okay, sir. So when you are going to check the trial balance of that particular branch, in that case, you found that there is inter branch transaction or not. And if you found any inter branch transaction, in that case, you should demand for the reconciliation statement. Okay, sir. So I am going to discuss on the terms which we need to check during the bank branch audit. Also, I am sharing you the techniques how you can check those things. Okay, sir. Then after, we should do the physical verification of cash, and the physical verification of cash should be surprise basis. Maximum time हम लोग करते क्या है during the bank branch audit, or at the last day of bank branch audit, we are saying to that branch manager that, sir, please verify the cash with our article. Okay, in that case, भैया उसको पता है उस branch manager को कि during the bank branch audit you are going to do the cash and you will found that cash will be okay. So how you can do this? Before starting the bank branch audit, and not disclose your day on which you are going to the bank for the audit. Reach to that particular bank branch by 9 or 9:30. You can also check that who is going to open that particular bank branch, so that you can check the internal control of that particular bank branch. Then after, at the beginning of the day, say to the branch manager, sir, we want to do the cash verification. Or at that time, you should check the last day closing is there. So check the closing balance with the register and with the physical cash balance and with the GL which is maintained with the CPS software. And if you found any difference, in that case, this is a serious issue. This is the process how we can check the physical cash balance in a surprise way. Okay, sir. Then after, if there is ATM facility is available, in that case, we should check the cash balance of ATM also. And for that purpose, we should take the scroll which is generated from that particular ATM for our working paper also. Okay, and we should take that scroll for 31st March 2023 also. Okay, and compare the same with the GL ledger balance and the physical ledger balance as on that particular date. Okay, sir. So this is the process how we can check the cash physical verification. Now, journal terms we had already discussed about non-performing assets, substandard, doubtful loss assets, restructuring, and IRAC norms. Okay, sir. So we are going for the bank branch audit. So before starting the audit, we should know the nature of that bank branch audit, that what are the transactions in which that particular branch is dealing. The particular branch is agricultural branch, the particular branch is MSME branch, the particular branch is Forex branch. Okay, sir. When we know these factors, in that case, we will be in a situation to decide the plan of that particular audit in a smooth way. And we can conduct that audit in a smooth way, and get certain fruitful results from that bank branch audit. So the basic terminology or basic working style of that banking is your accepting deposit, providing credit facilities, business, individual, agriculture, local facility, ATM, and handling accounts. These are the normal banking business. Now, sir, what reports are required to be submitted to that particular bank branch after completion of that particular bank branch audit? So, first, and most important, that is your independent audit report, and MOC will be the part of that independent audit report. Okay, sir. So if you are going to issue the MOC should be part of your independent audit report, memorandum of changes. Okay, sir. My speed is okay now for all of you. I am maintaining my speed because content is wide and time is limited. So if you found any issue, you can comment in the chat box. Then, sir, another report is our long form audit report. Long form audit report. Before going for the bank branch audit or before going for the physical verification, just this is a suggestion from my side. Just prepare one questionnaire on the basis of long form audit report and start your audit accordingly. The questionnaire of that particular based on that particular long form audit report, and you will found if you are going to do your audit on the basis of questionnaire which you had prepared from that long form audit report, in that case you will found that you will be eligible to conduct that bank branch audit in a very smooth way, because you will get the way on which you can start the audit. So prepare the questionnaire before going to the bank branch audit on the basis of long form audit report. Then after, you should submit your tax audit report also. Then Ghosh and Jalani report regarding your internal control. This report is also very much relevant. Okay, sir. Now, for various certificates, this is very special. When you are going for leaving that particular bank branch, bank manager will come to you and say, sir, these certificates are pending for signing, just sign that certificate, all the things are very much perfect. And in 50 to 60% cases, we are going to sign on those documents. So, sir, this is a very serious issue. We should check each and everything regarding that certificate. So, normally, these certificates are demanded by that particular bank branch manager or that particular bank regarding interest summation. So, for that purpose, we should take the text file from the CBS software regarding the interest summation and convert the same in Excel and check that the interest summation is correct or not. Because if your loan amount is above 3 lakh in case of KCC, interest summation is not provided. We should check that also, because we are going to demand that particular report in text file. Okay, in that case, we should say to the branch manager that, sir, we require the outstanding amount, the sanction amount, the interest rate, the summation, and the interest amount, so that we can get the outstanding balance and sanction amount, so that we can check that the particular account is eligible or not. And this is completely possible with your Excel only. Manually, we are not able to check. So take note of these certificates, that these certificates are required at the time of completion of that bank branch audit. So plan your audit accordingly, that all these things you can verify during your audit process itself. Or if you had not done during the audit process, or at the end of day, if branch manager will come with you for signing of those certificates, do one thing. Say to the branch manager, sir, we need to extend the day 1 or 2 for doing those certificates, or for signing on those certificates. We want to check the things on your CBS software. And then after your satisfaction, sign on those certificates. This is the process which we need to be followed. Okay, sir. So independent audit report, MOC, tax audit report, Ghosh and Jalani report, and various certificates are there for you. Now, sir, steps for conducting and bank branch audit in a smooth way. Just first plan that bank branch audit. Planning part we had already done. Then after, your pre-audit discussion with the branch manager. Call to the branch manager and discuss on certain issues, that, sir, what is the nature of your banking, and what is the process of your signing of that particular reports. And then after, you can take certain documents from that bank branch manager on mail in text file, convert the data in Excel, and start your analysis. And on the basis of your analysis, you can raise certain queries with that branch manager before visiting that particular bank branch. Okay, sir. So document collection, then visit the particular branch, execution of the audit. Okay, we had already discussed the manner of that particular execution of that audit. Then after execution, you will be eligible to prepare the draft of that particular bank branch audit report. So discuss that draft with the particular manager. And if you are going to issue any memorandum of changes, that is MOC, in that case, you should check the effect of that MOC on your pre-audit trial balance and post-audit trial balance. That is pre-audit, pre-changes वो trial balance क्या कह रहा है, and after these changes which you are going to suggest in the MOC, your trial balance, what is the situation, what is the scenario of that particular trial balance, we should carefully examine for that, because we need to do the accounting for that also. Okay, so we need to check the accounting effect also. Then after submission of report to the branch and copy to the central statutory auditor. Sir, steps is okay and everything is okay. Just comment in the chat box, so that I can start the component of that particular bank branch audit. Sir, branch statutory audit. Branch statutory audit के अंदर we need to submit a main report. With that, we need to submit the MOC. Audit of advances. In branch statutory audit, we are going to audit of the particular advances, reporting on divergence in assets classification and income recognition. That is your IREC norms, which is generally reported through. If there is any diversion, in that case, we need to report it from memorandum of changes. That is our MOC. And that will be part of our main audit report. Okay, sir. Or another point which we need to cover in our branch statutory audit report is your all other items of your assets, liability, income and expenditure. And if you found any variance, and if you going to issue any MOC on account of these parts, in that case, you should raise the issue in the main audit report with MOC. Okay, sir. Tax audit report and loan form audit report. Tax audit report में just everything is based on the head office. We just need to do the work of TDS. We just need to reconcile the TDS figure with the collection. Okay, on all interest, bank has to deduct TDS, and in that case, we need to reconcile the same with the TDS return filed by the bank branch audit. For that purpose, we can do one thing, that we can take the TDS return. We can take the payment receipts. Okay, and compare the same. We need to take one Excel sheet from that bank branch manager or text file from that bank branch manager regarding TDS deduction. So in that text file, we found interest amount and TDS deduction. In that case, we should place the formula in that particular Excel file and calculate that the interest is perfect and the TDS figure is perfect or not. When you are going to do this task, bank manager will say that, sir, complete interest calculation is automatic and everything is okay. Yes, sir. Calculation is okay. Calculation is automatical in CBS, so there is no issue with calculation. But interest rate is manual. If branch manager has not feed that particular interest rate in a correct way as per the product, in that case, the calculated interest will be wrong. So this is the very much specific issue, and we need to be very much careful for that. Okay, sir. So for that purpose, I am again saying, when you are demanding for the advanced list, demand that advanced list product wise and category wise. And as per the banking circular, check the rate of interest on that particular product or on that particular segment, because maximum there was 10 to 15 segment. Just check the interest rate as per the product and check the interest rate as per the account. And if you found any variation, in that case, this is an issue, and for that purpose, you can issue the MOC. Okay, sir. When you are going to do the audit of advances, so in that case, certain specific issues are there on which we need to be very much careful. Sir, obtain top exposure accounts. When you are going to take the list of advances, in that case, when you are going to take the list of advances, in that case, sir, you can put a filter on that advances, and you can calculate the large borrowers from that filter. Okay, and for those large borrowers, you need to check the files. After that, you should take the SMA 012 list from that branch manager and check the list by the account statement. Okay, sir. One list is regarding your restructured accounts. You should take that list from that branch manager and check the accounts. Obtain the list of accounts covered under revised framework of resolution of stressed assets account referred to a direct to IBC. For that purpose, we just need to take the declaration from that bank branch manager that there is no any process initiated by IBC. Obtain the list of unsecured exposure above 25 lakh. Sir, this is the most important aspect during the bank branch audit. Sir, यहाँ पर there are secured portion and there are unsecured portion. There are secured portion and there are unsecured portion. We need to be very much careful while checking the unsecured portion, and there is specific provision that if the exposure is about 25 lakh rupees, in that case we need to be very much careful for that. Sir, certain schemes of government are there. One scheme is that CGT SME. In that particular scheme, bank is going to issue the unsecured loan on account of quotation. That is no collateral. Only on account of quotation, bank is going to issue the loan on the basis of the quotation. Okay, sir. So when we are going to check the unsecured accounts, in that case, first we need to check the quotation. If possible, then contact with that supplier, that the particular machinery, particular plant is supplied by that particular supplier or not. Check that the manufacturing process is already started by that particular borrower or not. Check the financial statement, check the stock statement is submitted regularly by that borrower or not. Or one specific point is there. Check the CMA data which was provided at the time of sanctioning of loan, and check that CMA data with the actual sales. Suppose there is a sales in CMA data is 5 CR, and actually if you are going to check the GST return of that particular borrower, you will find that the sales is 1 CR only. In that case, this is an indication of serious fraud. This is a serious issue. We need to be very much careful, and we should report the same specifically in our long form audit report. Okay, sir. So in case of unsecured loan, this is a specific point and we need to be very much careful. Sir, certain questions are there. How do we ensure that deposits are not understated? Okay, sir, we will take this discussion on risk management, especially ALM is expected. Please give your suggestion as to how to select sample of advances accounts of tax stage basis. Yes, I will share the suggestions regarding advances. For that purpose, you just take the text file from the bank, convert the same in Excel. Then after, regarding your newly sectioned advances, you should check each and every file. Okay, if there is any default, if the account is an SMA 0, SMA 1 or SMA 2, in that case, check that account statement. You will find something definitely in that case. If the account is in SMA 2, there are chances that account should be classified as NPA. Okay, so check that transaction. Or for large amount, you should check that file of that particular advance. Okay, if the loan is sanctioned earlier to your period, that is loan is not sanctioned during the financial year 2022 to 2023, but the amount is used, in that case we need to check the file, we need to check the regularity. Okay, then after, interest, we need to check if there is any penal interest is there. You should take one report regarding penal interest. If there is any penal interest is there, in that case we should be very much careful for that and we should check that advance. Okay, sir. These are the certain basis on which we can decide our sample. So then after the discussion on risk management, yes sir, I will discuss on that risk management and deposits regarding, or because content is wild and time is limited, so I will share with you my WhatsApp number. We can connect with WhatsApp and we can discuss on that also. Okay, sir. First, I want to cover my content and then after we will talk on these points, because risk management is also a wide topic, and if I'm going to talk on the deposits, then there are certain techniques for that. So we will discuss on that on WhatsApp. Is that okay, Hemanji? and Radhakrishnan ji. What point we are going to discuss? If you have any issue regarding those points, you are free to raise the query in the chat box. But if there is another point, in that case, we may discuss on that on WhatsApp. WhatsApp. Okay, sir? Or over call. I had already shared my number. You can connect with me over WhatsApp. Sir, there are certain reports which we need to be checked. One is concurrent audit. If the concurrent audit is applicable, in that case, we should check the concurrent audit report. Compliance to RBI inspection report, compliance to internal audit report, stock audit report. If the loan amount or the advance amount is in excess of 5 crore rupees for a particular borrower, in that case, that borrower has to do the stock audit. In that case, we need to take the stock audit report. So when we are going to take the advances list, we have the figure of outstanding and the section. If the amount is in excess of 5 crore rupees, in that case, we should demand the stock audit report from the bank branch manager. Sir, in the particular account, please provide us the stock audit report. We want to check and specifically care of those observations which was provided by the stock auditor, because stock auditor has already visited the particular premises of that borrower and check each and every stock. Okay, sir. So on that behalf, we should check. And if I'm just going to talk on that, in case of CC, if that cash credit facility is on account of stock and debtors, is on account of your stock and debtors, stock and debtors. If the CC is on account of stock and debtors, in that case, we have certain options available. We should check the stock statement. Okay, and if the entity is corporate entity, in that case, we should check the stock which is available in the stock statement and with the compare with the audited financial statement. And if there is any difference, in that case, this is an indication. Okay, suppose in case of stock audit, stock statement on account of CC. If you have a stock statement on 30th June 2022 and you have the audited financial statement all as on 31st March 2022, take the sales of this period, take the purchase of this period in that stock, add that purchase, deduct that sales, you will find the figure of stock as on 30th June 2022. And if you found difference in the stock statement and your calculation, in that case, this is a serious issue. So, and in 90% cases, you found there is difference between the stock statement and in the actual financial statement. That is what is the scenario in the banking. So we need to be very much careful for that. Now, we are going to discuss on certain special points. Sir, RBI का master circular है. Master circular is issued by the Reserve Bank of India regarding loan document and agreement sanctioned in financial year 2021 2022 and onwards, that the application form should be filled completely, no column should be blank. Okay, or when you are going to check the file, if you found any blank column in the application form, comment the same in your long form audit report, specifically with the account number. Okay, sir. If there are multiple accounts, attach the sheet. That is what is the process which we need to follow in case of your blank forms, because this is a big indication for internal control weaknesses. Okay, sir. Or if loan sanctioned prior to 2021-22, in that case, this is the guideline issued by the Reserve Bank of India at the time of renewal. All the forms which are blank, the bank manager has to fill. Okay, sir. Then the classification of SMA 0, 1, 2 is on daily basis, not on weekly basis, not on monthly basis. Multiple time bank manager will argue with you that sir, SMA 0, 1, 2 is automatically and that will done on daily, weekly basis or monthly basis, and the report has been saved in the designated folder by the regional office. Sir, you can also generate that report on daily basis from the CBS report. Just requirement is know that you should know the commands for that. Okay, sir. So we should check the SMA reports also. CC account and CC account is also on daily basis, not on monthly or weekly basis. Okay. When the 90 days expired, in that case, from the next day, your account will be treated as NPA. So we need to be very much careful for that. In case of term loan, more than 90 days, no difference in due and overdue interest become overdue on the date of its application after the day and so interest not serviced for 31st December 2022. In that case, as on 31st March 2023, that account should be classified as NPA. Okay, sir. Interest for moratorium period, if not serviced, the amount the account become NPA shall not be reversed. That means this is the general principle that if we are going to consider any account as NPA or bank is going to consider any account as NPA, in that case, interest should be reversed. Okay. That means if there is any interest which is pending on account of moratorium period, in that case, that interest should not be reversed. That means except that interest, all other interest should be reversed. The interest on account of moratorium period should not be reversed. In case of upgradation of an account from NPA to standard, all irregularity in the account of borrower should be regularized. There should not be even SMA 0. We had already discussed on that point. No restructured account can be upgraded at least for 1 year. Okay, sir. NPA identification should be fully system based, no manual intervention allowed, or if there is any manual intervention, in that case report the same. Sir, how we can check the manual intervention? Demand daily exceptional report from that branch manager. Okay, if possible, take printout of that exceptional report, and on the basis of that report, if there is any exceptional transaction is there on daily basis, in that case the same will be reflected in the exceptional report and comment the same in your long form audit report. So this is the very much specific issue. Or when you are going for demand of your exceptional report, bank manager will say, sir, here no exceptional report is available in our CTS, and exceptional report is available on RO and ZO. One mail sent to that regional office that, sir, we require the exceptional report, and bank manager is saying that the exceptional report is generated in RO. वो आपको निकाल करके देगा. Okay, sir. So these are the points which we need to be very much careful. Now, key points before or during the audits. Now we are going to start our discussion on certain key points. You need to classify the bank branch in certain segments: agricultural segment, education loan segment, advances segment, and then after you should check at least 2 to 5 files each segment. कोई भी segment वहां पर untouched नहीं रहना चाहिए. We should check each and every segment. Okay, sir. When we are going to this on the basis of our sample or random checking, in that case, we can say that we had done our work with 100% efficiency. Now, in case of a corporate entity, we should check certain things from MCA portal and ROC portal also. Okay, if you are going to check the audited financial statement, in that case, compare the same with the audited financial statement submitted with the ROC. Okay, sir. So we can check the same. Then do obtain the copy of various control return. There are certain web-based return which is filed by the bank branch to the regional office or to the journal office. In that case, we should take those returns. Okay, and there is a report which is called SMA potential and NPA, that is probable NPA, उसको हम लोग PNPA भी बोलते हैं, and weak standard assets, sticky irregular accounts, and compare the report as on 30th 12 and 30th 3, and from this comparison you will find the movement of those accounts, and if there is any irregularity in the movements, in that case you can classify the same as a NPA. Sir, how we can do this? Take the reports in text file as on these dates, convert the same in Excel, and then after prepare one master Excel. Okay, and in that master Excel, 3 period we need to mention, and 1 particular column is required, and on the basis of this comparison we can do the audit in an effective way. Sir, these things we should do at our office itself, not wait for the visiting the bank branch. Okay, sir. Then do carefully read the format of various report, especially LFAR and Ghosh and Jalari report, and prepare one questionnaire. We had already discussed on that. Do keep your working papers ready, because at the time of any inspection, RBI, ICAI, in that case, we should present each and everything. So be careful at that time. Do verify opening cash on surprise basis. We had already discussed on that. You should take the TDS summary and check with the returns and the TDS payment challan. We had already discussed on that. Do obtain a report of advances on which interest at the rate of 0 and nil rate. Okay, and check the account statement. What is the reason on which behalf the bank manager or the bank is charging the 0 rate and nil rate? This is NPA or whatever will be the reason, we should take the same. And when we are going to take the list, okay, when we are going to take the list, compare the same with the NPA list. Okay, if there is 0 rate other than the reason of NPA, in that case, check the reason. What is the reason on which behalf the bank is going to consider as 0 interest rate? Okay, sir. Now, if you are going to do the audit of vehicle law, okay, in that case there is one facility available on the www.parivahan.gov.in website. You should log in to that website and check that the RC is with RC of that particular vehicle is with which person name. Okay, you will find the owner and then after check the borrower name so that you can find if there is a difference between the that particular website, and if there is difference between the borrower name which is submitted to the bank, this is an indication of fraud and this is a serious issue. We should report the same. So that is what is the way on which through which we can analyze and we can check the vehicle loan also. Okay, sir. Then after, in case of corporate borrowers, we can check the balance sheet and the charges amount from the MCA portal. Okay, check the various statement filed to ROZOHO, that is your regional office, journal office and head office को जो भी documents वहां पे submit किए गए हैं, we need to check those documents. Okay, you can convert the bank data of loan in Excel to determine the drawing power and the NPA status. We had already discussed on that. We should take the list of advances. Then after we are going to take the drawing power also in case of CC and OD. Okay, and in on that DP, we should recalculate the DP in certain cases. Sir, there is requirement to take the drawing power calculation aspect. If you require that we should discuss on the drawing power calculation process, then please comment in the chat box. And if not, then the process is already given in the notes. So if you want, then I may discuss on that also. Closing circular of the bank, we need to be very much careful for that. Obtain the credit of new facilities sanctioned by the bank, because we are going to check the physical files of that particular newly sanctioned loan. Okay, sir. RBI circular are overriding on the bank internal circular. We had already discussed, and we should take the attendance certificate from the branch manager. Okay, this is the proof for us. So these are the certain documents which we need to be carefully checked. Okay, sir. Now, special points regarding NPA. Sir, here certain special points are here regarding non-performing assets. सबसे पहले, if one account is NPA, in that case, all the linked account with the same CIF number should be considered as your NPA. This is the basic fact we all know. Okay, sir. So when we are going to check the NPA list, just for our confirmation, check that NPA account, take the CIF number. Okay, and through that CIF number, enter the same in the CBS software, and by entering, you will found the linked account with that particular CIF. Okay, you will found the linked account with that particular CIF. In that case, check that all the accounts are considered as NPA or not. Okay, sir. Now, if the account of any partnership or company has become NPA, in that case, there is no effect on the partners or the director's account. Okay. Now, if the standard account is restructured, in that case, it should be treated as NPA, non-performing assets. We all know this fact. However, there are two exceptional. First, in case of COVID, or if there is any restructuring during the project under implementation, that means your project is under construction, and during the construction phase, you had raised one loan of rupees 50 crore rupees, and during the construction, you found that there is requirement of 20 crore more, and in that case, you are going to enhance or restructure your loan. In that case, that account should not be considered as NPA. So two exceptions are there in case of COVID or in case of your project under implementation. Restructuring should not be considered as NPA. In all other cases, restructuring should be considered as your non-performing assets. Okay, sir. If any account is regularized, then in that case, carefully check that this is not due to additional sanctioning facilities or amount has been transferred from one account to another account. This is a very much specific issue. For that purpose, at the starting of the session, I had discussed that you should take the list of NPA as on 31st March 2022, and the same list has to be compared with the list of NPA as on 31st March 2023. And if any NPA is under the regular 31st March 2023, in that case, we should check the account statement. And when you will check the account statement, you will find the accounting entries. And on that basis, you can decide that there is a no additional facility sanction or the transfer is not there. Okay, sir. Sir, one more important issue. When you are going to declare any particular account as NPA, that date of NPA is very much relevant. Calculate the date of NPA as per the norms of ICI. If a particular account should be NPA from 15th of March 2022, during as on 4th April 2023, in that case, you should take the NPA date as your 15th March 2022 only. So date of NPA is very much relevant. The classification of NPA as substandard D1, D2 and loss assets is also very much relevant. So classify as per the IRAC norms, that is income recognition and assets classification norms. Okay, sir. If the account is NPA as of 31st March 2023 but not declared as NPA, and bank and the account has closed in April itself, in that case, there is a RBI circular that as on 31st March, the account is treated as your non-performing assets and you should classify the same. Bank manager will argue with you, sir, April mein to ye account close ho gaya, aisa waisa. Sir, we are going to do the audit as on 31st March 2023. We are not going to do the audit as on 4th April or 7th April or 10th April. So we need to take the position of 31st March itself. इतना हमको वहां पर अगर हम लोग स्ट्रिक्ट रहेंगे, in that case we can do the audit in a smooth way, in a proper way that will be expected by the RBI or by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. An account which is standard and shown as standard by bank can attract MOC. Sir, an account is standard and also bank is also considering a standard assets, although you can issue the MOC. How we can issue the MOC? Suppose that account was under non-priority sector and bank has considered the same as a priority sector. That means in non-priority sector, there is a rate of interest, suppose 10%, or in priority sector, there is a rate of interest of 9%. In that case, if that account is as non-priority sector and bank is considered as priority sector, in that case, there is MOC on account of interest. Okay, sir. So these are the very important points which we need to be very much carefully check at the time of our audit. Okay, sir. Now, special points regarding term loan. In term loan, if interest and installment is due more than 90 days, in that case, the same should be considered as your NPA. For that example, that 2023 is not a leap year, and if an account was overdue as on 31st 12 2022, in that case the irregularities are not removed up to 31st March, in that case it will be considered as your non-performing assets. We should be very much carefully while vouching or checking the machinery and the invoices and quotations. We had already discussed on that. Okay, sir. Ensure that the fixed assets are actually purchased and payment is made to the seller directly. This is the most important issue which we need to be checked. And if you found any suspicions regarding that, in that case, you can also physically verify the particular plant and machinery of that particular borrower. Okay, sir. If there is import of machinery, in that case, you can check the same from ICGate portal. Okay, sir. So these are the techniques which we can follow. If your client is dealing in import and export, in that case, this is the very easy process for us. If the client is dealing with import and export, in that case, we can check the proceeding on ICGate portal. We just need to put the shipping bill number on that ICGate portal, and we will be in a situation to track each and everything regarding that particular shipment. So if the client is under export, we can check the sales also. If the client is buying certain things or importing machinery from outside India, in that case, that import should be tracked on ICGate portal. Okay, sir. Term loan should be utilized for that particular purpose only. How we can check? the payment from that bank statement, we can check this thing. Okay, sir. So these are the process in case of term loan, which we need to be very much careful for that. Now, in case of credit card, when the minimum balance due as mentioned in the statement is not fully paid within 90 days from the payment date mentioned in the statement, in that case, it should be treated as your NPA. Sir, I'm just going to share one example regarding credit card. Uh, I was doing a audit of an KCC branch, okay, agricultural branch. I can say agricultural branch, okay, and branch has issued multiple credit card. Branch has issued multiple credit card, and there was an internal circular by the Reserve Bank of India or by the internal bank that rollover should be done. Rollover should be done. This is the circular. As on 15th Feb, approx in the Feb month, bank has issued one circular that sir, all the accounts should be rollover. Branch manager ने क्या किया? उसको लेटर आया कि सर ऑल द अकाउंट शुड बी रोल ओवर. इतना ही समझा उसने, अपडेट आने वाली है, उसने क्रेडिट कार्ड वाले अकाउंट को भी रोल ओवर कर दिया. दैट मींस 25,000 आउटस्टैंडिंग, 25,000 पेमेंट, 25,000 आउटस्टैंडिंग, 25,000 पेमेंट इन ऑल द क्रेडिट कार्ड. Think on it. This is the very serious issue. This is the question on the internal control of that bank branch. How this is possible in credit card that 25,000, 25,000, 25,000 debit, 25,000 credit, 25,000 debit, 25,000 credit. और जब उससे पूछा गया, when we asked these fact with that person, in that case, branch manager says to us, sir, this is the internal circular of that particular bank, and we had done that process as per the circular. तो फिर हमने कहा साहब ये आपने 25,000 जमा किए, 25,000 निकाला, यू डिपॉजिटेड 25,000 एंड विथड्रॉल 25,000, सो दिस इज डन बाय द पार्टी. तो उसने बोला यस सर, दिस इज डन बाय द टैक्स पेयर, दिस इज डन बाय द टैक्स पेयर, एंड वी गॉट द अमाउंट फ्रॉम द टैक्स पेयर, दैट इज फ्रॉम द एप्लीकेंट, एंड वी हैड क्लियर दैट ड्यू. In that case, we had demand for the deposit slip and for the withdrawal slip. We found the blank deposit and blank withdrawal slip. So you can think that this is the very serious issue. We should be very much careful for that. Sir, you got my point? Just comment in the chat box that you got my point. Very specific cash credit and PCC. We should be special careful drawing power. Okay, sir, how we can calculate the drawing power? On the basis of stock and on the basis of debtors. Okay, sir, we should check the stock and debtors in case of calculating the drawing power, and we should verify that the stock is actually exist or not. We need not to do the physical verification of it. We just check the same with the audited financial statement, or we just comparative analysis we can done with the audited financial statement of that stock statement, and we can check the data on MCA portal. Okay, sir. So these are the very much important thing regarding if the stock statement is not submitted within 180 days, in that case, the account should be treated as your NPA. If interest is overdue for 90 days, if your no credit or more than 90 days or insufficient credit in comparison to debit, in that case, that account should be classified as your NPA. Sir, these are the general conditions. If there is inherent weakness, in that case, also that account should be treated as your non-performing asset. Sir, what do you mean by inherent weaknesses? Poor operation of the account, frequent dishonor of check, sales में continue reduction आ रहा है, there is a delay in renewal, submission of financial data. These are the indications for inherent weaknesses, and if you found these indications, in that case, you are free to treat that account as NPA and declare that account as non-performing assets. So just the calculation part is not important in current scenario. These inherent weaknesses are also important, because CBS are sufficient to declare that particular account as NPA if the interest is not served for within 90 days. So in that case, calculation part is okay if I am talking from CBS point of view, but inherent weakness is completely based on that particular banking system. That is the banking staff, okay, the manager. So in that case, chances are high for manipulation or for inherent weaknesses, and we need to be very much careful for that. Now, Suppose there is a fall in the value of security, excess of 50%. Sir, how we can check the valuation? When you will check the files, you will found the valuation report. Sir, in case of valuation report, I just want to share one very important factor. So when you are going to check the valuation report, okay, suppose the property value is 1 CR and bank has provided the loan for 20 lakh rupees. We had checked, everything is okay. And valuation is also okay. Sir, कई बार ये वाला इशू सामने आया है और we are not going to talk on that. But in that session, I want to talk on that when we are going to check the valuation report, just first check the first page of that valuation report, that who has done that valuation. When you will check, in 40 to 50% cases, you will find certain surprising factor. Sir, please check if you are going to check the valuation report of a particular building. Okay, and you are going to check the valuer, that who is the valuer, and if you found that valuer is mechanical engineer, sir, is that possible? Or suppose you are going to do the valuation of any plant and machinery, or at that time you found that the valuer is your civil engineer, is that possible? So these points are also indication of serious fraud or serious issues or inherent weaknesses. So we need to be very much careful while checking the files. Okay, sir. Now, if there is any huge difference in the value of stock, debtors, creditor as compared to monthly and quarterly statement, in that case, this is also an indication for certain serious things. If you have any doubt regarding the drawing power calculation or the stock statement, in that case, you can do one thing. If the amount involved is in a huge value, in that case, you can take the last 3-year audited financial statement and calculate the drawing power on quarterly basis from the stock statement which was submitted to the bank. And if you found any differences, in that case, there is a chances of fraud. So, sir, we need to do this task for 1 or 2 accounts so that we can take our we will get the figures. Okay, sir. If there is any export finance, in that case, we should check that export is actually done by that particular borrower or not. Sir, how we can check? So log into the IC Gate portal. From that shipping bill number, you can check that the export is genuine or not, or you are going to receive the payment on account of export or not. So that is what is the process by which we can check the export also. Okay, sir. If there is a work in progress is in very high, in that case, we should check very much carefully, because if the work in progress is at a high level, in that case, that means if the work in progress is at high level, that means there is certain item which is available in the audit report, and you should check that the work in progress is exist or not. This is also our responsibility to check. Okay, we can demand certain documents from that work completion certificate we can demand from that borrower, and we can check the same. Okay, sir. Now, suppose if the limit is sanctioned on the basis of provisional balance sheet or CMA data, in that case, we should check that the CMA data is in line with your actual audited data. And if you found any huge difference, in that case, this is also an indication. I had already discussed on that term. Okay, sir. Now, if there is any abnormal item is in the closing stock, okay, then check that the item is exist or not, or this item is sellable or not. If the item is not sellable, in that case, stock got reduced in that case. So this is also a specific issue. We should be very much careful. I am just sharing you certain practical issues which we need to be take in our mind, so that while doing the bank branch audit, we got the idea that what are the things which we need to take care of. Because RBI circular, you all are self-sufficient to discuss on that RBI master circular, IREC norms, not an issue. Okay, sir. Now, ensure that the branch has compiled with the sanction letter. When you are going to check the physical files of that particular loan, in that case, this is your responsibility to read carefully each and every terms of condition of that sanction letter. Okay, because sanction letter will tell you about the stock. Sanction letter will tell you about the drawing power requirement. Sanction letter will talk you about the credit facility. Sanction letter will talk you about the rate of interest. So this is our responsibility. Okay, sir. Now, In cases of valuation, you will also file the legal search report. Okay, we should take care of it. If the legal search report is on the basis of certain conditions, in that case, we should check that the conditions are fulfilled or not by the particular borrower. Okay, sir. Then check the property is valued from the approved valuer. Okay, we can check the same. Or this is the here mechanical engineer, machinery by civil engineer. We had already discussed on that. Okay, sir. Now, KYC plays a very important role. We should take care, especially of the KYC when we are going to check the physical files. In that case, we should check the KYC is proper or not. Okay, sir. If you are going to check the Aadhaar card, in that case, you can compare the same on the Aadhaar website and check the age of that borrower. Sir, this is not required for each and every file. Just on the basis of your sample, when you are going to check the file, in that case you can do these additional things. Okay, and by doing these additional things, you will get more assurance about the banking, and you will be in a situation to comment on the banking in your long form audit report and in your main audit report in a very easy way. Okay, sir. If there is cases where the same day there is debit or credit, in that case, this is an suspicious issue. You can demand from the branch manager the deposit slip and the withdrawal slip and check it carefully. You will find certain surprising things. Okay, sir. If there is a renewal cases, because during the March month or during the Feb month, the bank is going to do the renewal work. Okay, in that case, we should demand, we should check the documents, physical documents are there or not in case of renewal. Sir, how we can check? We should demand from the branch manager one text file regarding the renewal. That what are the list of that particular renewal of accounts. Okay, and from that account, we should check on the sample basis the physical files, documents are available or not. Or if the documents are not available, in that case, we should report the same specifically in long form audit report with account number. At that time, bank manager will say you that, sir, I am going to provide you, I am arranging those documents, please not comment on it. Sir, this is a serious question on internal control system of that particular branch, and we should be very much careful for that. Okay, sir. Now, yes, sir, one more important, special care for parking accounts of that particular bank branch. Sir, should take one list of that particular parking accounts and check the transactions randomly on that parking account. कहीं कोई amount जो किसी CC account से debit होना था या फिर CC account में credit होना था, बैंक मैनेजर ने उसको parking account में तो transfer नहीं कर दिया है बचाने के लिए उस पर्टिकुलर अकाउंट को एमपी होने से. सो वी नीड टू बी वेरी मच केयरफुल व्हाइल checking the parking account. Just take the list of parking account and then after on random on your sample check basis, check the transaction in those parking accounts. Although concurrent auditors are also doing this task in the particular branch, so that if there is a concurrent auditor, if there is liability of concurrent auditor, you should check the report of that concurrent auditor. Okay, sir. So if no concurrent audit, in that case, this is our responsibility to check the things on random basis, on sample basis. Sir, when you are going to do the audit of the education loan, in that case, you should be very much careful while doing the audit of that education loan. Check in education loan, examine from the file of the borrower whether the student has paid the fees for the second year, third year, and fourth year etc. If the fees is not paid by that applicant out of the own margin, then there is a problem. Otherwise, the student has left the course and account can be classified as NPA. The amount is going to that particular institution or not, we should check the same. How we can check? We should take the account statement, we can check the narration, we can check the counterparty account number. Okay, sir. If the amount is going on, in that case, we can say that everything is okay. And if the amount is going to any other account, in that case, that means the account should be classified as NPA. Okay, sir. Now, points, special point regarding KCC, Kisan Credit Card. In case of Kisan Credit Card, if the loan amount is up to 3 lakh rupees, in that case, there is a subvention of 3%. Okay, sir. There is a subvention of 3%. There is subvention of 3%. So we should take the list of all the KCC accounts and also take the list regarding the interest subvention. Then after, we should check the same that the particular borrower is eligible for that interest subvention or not. Okay, sir. So take the your text file, convert the same in Excel and do your analysis. Then after, one special point regarding MSME, because government has covered the traders also in MSME, so they will also eligible for 2% interest subvention, but no circular is issued yet. So read the language. As per the RBI circular, as on 5/2/2022, 2% interest subvention is available to MSME for new credit facilities sanctioned or enhanced from 2/11/2018 to 31st March 2022. Okay, earlier manufacturing and service sector was included in that scheme. Now trading is also covered. Okay, sir. Further, the requirement of Aadhaar Udyog is not there, and GST registration is also not mandatory. However, this scheme is not applicable for NP accounts and non-available to MSME exporters. If the MSME industry is under export, in that case, this scheme is not available for that person. If they availing interest subvention for pre-shipment and post-shipment. Further, MSME availing interest subvention from any scheme of interest in central government, you are not eligible for this scheme. This is the general rule. If you are going to take the benefit of a one particular scheme, in that case, you cannot take the benefit of another scheme on the same segment. Okay, sir. Now, the maximum ceiling on which this subvention is available is rupees 1 crore rupees. All the accounts which are controlled by the bank under MSME scheme are eligible. Now, please note that no such scheme is declared till now for financial year 2023. That means in case of traders, there is till no scheme is declared by the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, sir. So that is what is the specific point from the point of view of your interest subvention in case of Kisan credit card. Now, in case of KCC account, especially check the rollover. We have already discussed how you can check the rollover. Sir, there are two seasons. One is long crop, another is short crop. In case of long crop, if the amount is not received in one crop season, in that case, that account should be classified as LPM. And in case of short crop, two seasons are allowed. Sir, how we can decide long crop or short crop, or how we can decide the term of that crop season? The same should be decided by the SLBC. Okay, suppose when you will got the appointment letter of that particular bank branch, in that case, first check the state. Okay, suppose you are going to Punjab. In that case, take the crop wise decision, crop wise classification from that SLBC of that Punjab state. You will got the clarification. Okay, sir. Or especially check the calculation of interest subvention. Sir, how you can check? We had already discussed. Take the text file, convert the same in Excel. Same day cash deposit and cash withdrawal. Then this is a significant issue. We should report the same in our report. Now, UDIN, sir, this is a very confusing issue. How much UDIN we should issue in case of bank branch audit? So there is a two UDIN is required, one for tax audit reports, but the because the tax audit report and the statutory audit report both are separate assignments. So one is for tax audit report and another is your for statutory audit report. Okay, two UDIN are required. Okay, sir. MOC is a part of your statutory audit report. All other certificates are also part of your statutory audit report. So we should take care of it. Okay, sir. Now, special points regarding Excel tools. Sir, how you can use the Excel in your bank branch audit. Okay, sir. So first, what reports are required which you need to analyze in Excel? So first you should take the accounts open report. What are the accounts which opened by the bank branch during the year? You should take the text file, convert the same and do your analysis that the account is open. Then you got the CIF number, and from that CIF number, you got that how much accounts are exist of the same person. Okay, if there is a 3 or 4 accounts of that same person, in that case, you can check the account statement of that particular person and check the transactions. Okay, sir. Then after, you should take one list regarding the loan sanction during the year so that you can decide your analysis on the part of your advances. Okay, sir. Then loan closed during the year, you should take that list also. You should take the list regarding SMA 012. We had already discussed on those lists in the beginning of our session. Now, just I am going to compile these things that from Excel point of view, we need to take those documents. we should take the renewal of accounts list, that what are the accounts which had renewal during that particular period. Then after, generate the Excel sheet for those accounts in which stock audit is mandatory. Just the loan amount is in excess of 5 crore rupees. In that case, stock audit is mandatory. When you will get that particular report, in that case, you will found that those accounts in which we need to check the stock audit report also. Okay, sir. Convert certain account statement in Excel and calculate the debit and credit. You will found the surprising fact. But you should do these things in case of your SMA 0, 1, and 2. Okay. When you will do these things in SMA 0, 1, 2, in that case, you should check the debit and credit and you will found a certain surprising facts. Extract the data of the staff account and check carefully. Sir, this is a very specific fraud prone area. We should be very much careful for that. Just take the list of all the staff accounts separately from that branch manager. Also take the loan account of particular staffs. In that case, you should check the transactions in the account statement of that particular staff account. Okay, sir. If you found any unusual debit or credit, or if you found any unusual your UPI entries in that particular staff account, then this is a signal for any suspected issue, and we must be very much careful for that. Okay, sir. Then compare the last year financial statement with the current year financial statement. We have already discussed. You should take the last year trial balance. You should take the current year trial balance. Convert both in Excel and compare the terms, compare the figures. Okay, sir. Now, Excel of advances and deposits scheme wise, we need to take the Excel of advances and deposits scheme wise and product wise and the category wise. Then after test check of daily exceptional report, we had already discussed. Take the GL report. This is also an important task for us. Take the GL report from 31st March to 7th April. 31st March 2023 to 7th April 2024. And we need to check the unusual transactions, if any. Okay, sir. We should take the care of your unusual transactions. Now, there are certain Finacle commands, Finacle tools are available, which will be very much helpful while doing the bank branch audit. Okay, sir. So I am not going to discuss on that. You should read the Finacle command. You should learn these Finacle commands, and I will also share the Finacle commands, the CBS Banks command to you. Just if you require the same, you just text me on my WhatsApp number. I will share you the same. Okay, sir. So this is the thing which we need to be very much careful for that. Now, there are certain early warning signals by the Reserve Bank of India, given by the Reserve Bank of India, that is RBI, certain early warning signals. Sir, there are 45 early warning signals. I am not going to discuss on that because these are really very easy terms. Okay, I will just share the PDF file with all of you. You can check these early warning signals. Just check 1 to 2 here. Default in payment to bank and sundry debtor and other statutory bodies. If the borrower is doing, if there is a bouncing in the account statement of that particular borrower, that this is an early signal point, and which we need to be very much careful for that and report the same in our long form audit report in a specific way. Okay, sir. So there are certain early warning signals are available around the 45, and we need to be very much careful for that. You should read those early warning signals. If you found any issue, you can connect with me over WhatsApp, not an issue. Okay, sir. So there is no requirement to read those early warning signals in the session because they are very much journal. Okay, sir. When you will go through with that, you will found each and everything. Now, sir, special consideration regarding Ghosh and Jalani report. This is in a very much specific way. We need to be very much careful for that regarding specific consideration. In maximum time, we are not focusing on that Ghosh and Jalani report, but now we are going to focus on that, sir. First of all, you should check the rotation of the duties of the staff. Okay, take one declaration from the branch manager, sir, that the rotation of the staff is there or not. And aap is post par kitne time se? Okay, sir, you should ask that question also from that branch manager. Okay, and take one declaration regarding that. And regarding rotation, you should also take certain things. Okay, sir. So this is our duty to take regarding that. And if branch manager says, sir, here rotation is in a perfect way, then check the staff registers. You will found, okay, if the rotation is there, is that okay? Then after you can comment yes or no. But before checking anything, can't comment anything. Okay, sir. Now, when you are going for the visit of that particular bank branch for bank branch audit, in that case, this is just a suggestion for you. Do the audit 1 or 2 days on the working days, so that you will ensure about the banking process, the nature, the environment of that particular bank, and you will be in a situation to comment on that. Just take, you are going to the bank on the working day, लोग आ रहे हैं सीधा बैंक मैनेजर के चैम्बर में आ रहे हैं, या फिर सीधा वो कैशियर के पास में जा रहे हैं, कोई जो वहां पर टेक्निकल पर्सन है या फिर जो हैंडल करता है, या जो मे आई हेल्प यू वाला टेबल है। वैसे तो पब्लिक ब्रांच में मुझे नहीं लगता मे आई हेल्प यू अवेलेबल होगा, but certain person is to be designated for public queries only. Okay, so we need to check that people are coming to that table or directly to the chamber of that bank manager or directly to the cashier. In maximum cases you will found the banking, and if you found something against this provision, in that case report the same in your Ghosh and Jalani committee report. Okay sir, so हम लोग हमेशा सोचते हैं कि there is nothing to report in Ghosh and Jalani, but I may say, I guarantee that if you will check, then you found that each and everything which we are doing, the internal control based things which we need to be, we must to be report in the Ghosh and Chalani report. Okay sir. Now another point, whether the checkbook is issued against the requisition slip only. Do not write yes in real life. Checkbook is issued against the requisition slip as well as your application on plain paper. When we are also going for our checkbook, in that case bank is demanding from us the plain paper, application on plain paper. Okay sir. Or when we are signing this report, क्वेश्चन पूछता है वो कि रिक्विजिशन स्लिप के बिहाफ पर ही आपको चेकबुक मिलती है क्या? बैंक इश्यू करते हैं हम लोग यस लिख के आ जाते हैं, क्या बैंक इश्यू करती है क्या? नो, बैंक इज ऑल्सो डिमांडिंग द एप्लीकेशन ऑन प्लेन फॉर्म, सो स्पेसिफाई दिस फैक्ट इन द क्वेश्चन Jalani report. Next, another question, whether access to computer server room is restricted. If you observe that the lunch is being done in that particular room or carom is being played in that room, in that case you should write a no, not to write yes. Okay, because these are the internal financial controls which is really very much important. Agar wahan par koi fraud ho gaya, in that case department will check your report also, and if they found the Ghosh and Jalani report clean, in that case this is a trouble for you as a branch auditor. So we should check these things also. Another question, where the loaning power of a person going to retire shortly are withdrawn or not. In maximum cases we are saying that yes, अगर कोई रिटायर हो रहा है बंदा तो उसके ड्राइंग पावर यहाँ से जो है लर्निंग पावर जो है रिमूव कर ले जाते हैं, ले जाते हैं. फर्स्ट चेक that this is happen in actual way or not, or if not, then report the same. Okay, sir, you can check the sanctioning authority and then after you can comment on that. Sir, in tax audit report, maximum things are on HO basis, head office basis. Our responsibility is limited to TDS reconciliation. In that case, we should take the list of text file regarding the TDS, the rate of TDS, the interest amount and the TDS thereof, and deposit slip. And also we should take the TDS return from that branch and compare the same. Okay, sir. This is also a specific task. We may assign one person for that. Okay, sir. Now, here is your example regarding your drawing power calculation. Sir, requirement is there to take that example, or we can just discuss 15 to 20 minutes on long form audit report, or we should discuss on that drawing power aspect. Just comment in the chat box so that I can take the session accordingly. You can we can move on that accordingly as per your suggestion. Drawing power or LFAR? calculation regarding drawing power is there. You can check the same. This is a very easy aspect, and I had written each and everything regarding drawing power calculation. You can easily got the points. Okay, sir. And also, as a chartered accountant, you have the idea about the drawing power calculation because already you are doing the stock audit and all other audits. Now, sir, long form audit report. This report is not a report. This is the complete audit, the complete bank branch audit. Each and everything regarding the bank branch audit, I can concisely say that each and everything in the bank branch audit is based on your long form audit report. Okay, so I'm just briefly discuss on that, sir. In that long form audit report, we need to check the cash portion, we need to check the advances portion, we need to check the insurance portion, we need to check the internal account portion, we need to check the credit monitoring portion, we need to check the investment portion. Okay, we need to check the internal control portion, we need to check the fixed assets portion. That means each and everything is covered in this long form audit report. Okay, sir. So now start our discussion. First question, there are certain questions available. On the basis of that questions, this is my suggestion to you: prepare one questionnaire, and from that questionnaire start your audit. Okay, sir. Now, does the system ensure that the cash maintained is in joint custody? Sir, normally we are saying that yes. No sir, please check the same. Joint custody है तो physical register पे sign देखो joint person के है या फिर नहीं है. There was signed by the joint person are available on that physical register or not. So check the same. Okay sir. Cash balance of branch and ATM has been checked on periodic intervals. Okay, so check the certificates for that. Bank has to maintain the record regarding the check. So for that purpose, you can verify the records. You can verify the records. Okay, demand the records from that branch manager regarding the verification of cash and ATM balances. Now, if there is a balance of cash in excess of the retention limit, okay, there is a certain specific retention limit, cash retention limit in particular branches. In that case, we should check the cash retention limit with the cash hold by that particular branch during the financial year 2023, or if the branch maintain the cash in excess of the cash retention limit, in that case we need to report the same. Okay, हो सकता है बैंक मेंटेन कर सकती है, नॉट एन इश्यू, बट वी नीड टू रिपोर्ट द सेम. एंड फॉर ऑब्जर्वेशन वी जस्ट नीड टू रिपोर्ट 3 to 4 chances in which bank crossed the limit. Okay sir. Now we need to, does the figure of the balance in branch book with the physical cash book and with the ATM, when we are going for the bank branch audit, we should physically verify the cash which is maintained in the ATM. Okay, anytime money ATM. In that case, we should check that cash balance, that is scroll has to be generated from that ATM. So from that scroll, we need to check that cash balance with the system GL and the physical register. And when we are going for the physical verification of cash which is maintained in the bank branch, in that case, the physical cash, the physical register, and the balance which is in GL report, we should check and reconcile the figures. If there is any difference, that means this is an indication. Okay sir. And do the cash verification on surprise basis. अगर आप at the time of during the bank branch audit अगर आप इसको करने वाले हो तो आपको कुछ भी नहीं मिलने वाला है. Then after insurance cover, in 99% cases, insurance is in hand of head office. But if the insurance is taken by that branch, in that case, we should report the same. Okay, sir. Then, if there is any balance with Reserve Bank of India, State Bank of India, other banks, sir, how we can get that there is a balance with other banks? For that purpose, when you are going to check the trial balance of that particular branch, you will found the facts. If there is account of any other bank, or if there is account of Reserve Bank of India, in that case, you should reconcile the figures from the statement provided by that RBI or by that other bank with the outstanding balance in our branch. Okay, sir. Can a banker accept a form 15G from a person other than individual? You are talking from HUF point of view or any other point of view? No, sir, this is not eligible to take the 15G form from any other person. The 15G and H is only applicable in case of individual. Or if the bank, if the branch manager is doing that, in that case, first we need to demand the internal banking circular regarding that. And if you will going for that internal circular, he will not be able to provide you that particular circular. Okay, sir, Radhakrishnan ji, is that okay? So in that case of any other bank account, internal account or Reserve Bank of India account, in that case, we should take the reconciliation and compare the amount outstanding in our books and the amount which is provided by that person, by that bank, that is RBI or any other bank, and we should reconcile the figure. And if we found any differences in that case, we should report the same in the long form audit report. Okay, sir. Now, if there is any investment, the above points are related to reconciliation only. I had just provided you the summarized way. Now, in case of investment, if the branch has made any investment outside India, the maximum in India, this is not applicable. So in that case, you may comment the not applicable. So Radhakrishnan ji, is that okay for you? Now, very much specific regarding advances. You should comment on the advances in your long form audit report also. So how we can comment in the advances in our long form audit report? So we should provide the list of the branch of 10 crore or 10% of total outstanding aggregate balances of fund, whichever is less, we should check these things. Those accounts which is a balance of 10 crore or 10% of aggregate advances, whichever is less, उस amounts को we should check. We should check. Okay, sir. Whichever is less, we should take the same. Okay, sir. So for that purpose, we should provide the list regarding account number, account name, balance at the year end, non-fund balance, fund-based balance, and total. Okay. And हम यहाँ पर ये declare कर रहे हैं कि in that account we had examined each and everything. We had examined each and everything. Okay, sir. So we need to take care of it कि हमने ये सब कुछ चेक किया है या फिर नहीं किया है. Each and everything we should report, and if we found anything reportable, in that case this is our responsibility to report the same in the long form audit report. Okay, sir. Now, next question. In your opinion, has the branch generally complied? The question is there, but it can be used by any person other than company or firm. Yes, individual can use, but I am talking from HUF point of view, and there is no any internal circular regarding HUF is available for that purpose. Because if you are going to check the circular of RBI, in that case you can found that they use the word individual only regarding 15G and 15H. So we need to take care of it, and if there is any internal circular is available, in that case we need to check for that particular bank branch policy. Okay, sir. I am talking from point of view of the circular. If you need, then I may provide the same. Is that okay, Radhakrishnan ji? Then after. The next question, has the branch generally complied with the procedure, instruction of the controlling authority of the bank regarding loan application, preparation of proposals? Now, you needed to take care the things which you had done at the time of during the audit. Okay, sir. All the processes which we had discussed earlier during our discussion on the bank branch audit, the same should be reported in your long form audit. Okay, sir. Regarding the process of sanctioning authority, then after. Regarding quick mortality period, if there is any account which is under quick mortality period, we had already discussed about the quick mortality period or earlier mortality period. Okay, sir. If their cases are there, in that case that should be reported in the long form audit report. Okay, sir. Specifically with account number. Then whether the borrower accounts the applicable interest rate is correctly fed in the system or not, this is a very much specific issue for it. Okay, so for that purpose we had taken the list of interest product wise and category wise. We had taken the list of product wise and category wise, so we should comment on that the rate of interest is proper or not. So this is also our liability. Maximum time हमको branch manager बोलता है, sir, this is an automatic process and the calculation is perfect. In that case, this is a specific point that interest rate is correctly fitted or not. This is also our responsibility. So we should check the same. Now, जो इंटरेस्ट रेट रिव्यू की है, there are in financial year 2023 there are multiple time review of that particular interest rate. So we should check that as per the review the bank has corrected the figure or not in the system, in the CBS. Sir Radhakrishnan ji, is that okay for you? Have you come across cases of frequent renewal or rollover? In that case, we should report the same. Okay. If you found the rollover in case of KCC account, okay, we had discussed on that. In that case, that rollover should be reported here in long form audit report. Okay, sir. Now, sir, क्रेडिट रेटिंग के बारे में यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन पूछता है, and when we are going to check the file of that particular borrower, this is also our responsibility to critically analyze the credit, the CIBIL report, and if you found multiple inquiry in that CIBIL report, then this is also an indication of something serious. So we need to be very much careful for that also. Okay, sir. Sanctioning and disbursement. In the cases examined by you, have you come across instances of credit facility having been sanctioned beyond the authority? So first, when we are going to start the audit, we should ask with the branch manager, sir, what is your power to issue what is your sanctioning authority and what is your sanctioning limit? And after that limit or in excess of that limit, the power is in hand of regional office and is in hand of zonal office. We should check that, or we should check that the beyond, if there is any long sanction beyond authority, we should report the same, because we are going to check each and every file of the newly sanctioned loan, that is long sanctioned during financial year. Okay, sir. So at that time, we should check the sanctioning authority. Sir, how we can decide the sanctioning authority? When we are going to check the form, signing से हमको पता चल जाएगा, या फिर we can check the same in the CVS software that who is the sanctioning authority. Now, whether the advances have been disbursed without complying with the terms and conditions of sanction. So we need to check the sanction terms and conditions of sanction, and we need to check that the loan is sanctioned after all the conditions fulfilled by the borrower, which is mentioned in the sanction letter. Did the bank provide loans to companies for buyback of the shares and securities? Did the bank provide loan to companies of buyback? If you found these cases, in that case, you can report the same in the long form audit report. In the long form audit report. Okay, sir. Now, this is also a very much important part, that is documentation. Yes, Radhakrishnan ji, we can connect over call. Credit facility released by the branch without execution of all the necessary documents. When we are going to analyze the file of that particular borrower, we should check that all the documents are there or not. And if there is any document missing, in that case, we should report the same in the long form audit report. Okay, sir. So first, for that purposes, we should decide the list, that what is the list which is required for a particular loan, or we should train our team for that purpose also. We should give direction to our team that in case of education loan, these documents are required. In case of home loan, these documents are required. In case of CC or only, these documents are required. Or from that discussion, we can report the same in long form audit report. Okay, sir. Then after, if there is any corporate borrower, in that case, the same has to be registered with ROC, that is on MCA portal. We should check that the registration is done by that particular borrower on ROC portal or not. How we can check? We just require the SIN number, and from that SIN number we can check we can take the list of the charges, and from that we can examine that the charges registered at ROC portal or not. And if not, in that case we should report the same in long form audit report. Okay, sir. Deposit is submitted to bank as a grant. In that case, we should check that the lien mark is there or not on those deposited. This is also an important task. We should be very much careful for that. If bank is providing the CC limit, cash credit limit, okay, and on for that, if borrower is going to submit any fixed assets for that, in that case, we should check that the lien mark is here on that fixed assets. If not, review, monitoring, and supervision. In that case, we should check that the periodic review is done or not. We should check the list. We should take the list from the bank branch manager in text file that review pending. and in that review pending, you should take the reasons for pending of that reviews, and you should report the same in the long form audit report specifically with account number. Okay, this is my humble submission to you. If you are going to provide anything in the long form audit report, in this case long form audit report should be specific. Okay sir. Now, in case of stock statement or book debt statement, if anything is missing and DP calculation is not proper, in that case you should report the same in the long form audit report. We had already discussed the certain points regarding the stock audit, the applicability of stock audit, the applicability of stock statement, how you can compare and how you can analyze the stock statement, or how you can calculate the DP. We had already discussed, so the same has to be reported in the long form audit report. Okay sir. So how we can do, we had already discussed. Now, long form audit report is just for the reporting part. Stock audit is done on periodical basis. That means if the outstanding amount is in excess of 5 crore rupees, in that case, stock audit is mandatory. In that case, if stock audit is pending, you should report the same. If there is any negative observation by the stock auditor, report the same in the long form audit report. Okay, sir. In case of advances to non-corporate entities with a limit beyond that is set by the bank, where the branch has not obtained the duly audited accounts of borrower, there is a limit that is 10 lakh rupees by RBI. In that case, audit is mandatory by that corporate borrower. Okay, non-corporate borrower. So अब हम लोग क्या होता है, जब हम लोग फाइल्स वेरीफाई करते हैं, when we are going to verify the file, we found that there are certified financials by the chartered accountants. Okay, but if the limit is in excess of this amount, in that case audited financials are required. Merely financials, attested financials by the chartered accountants is not sufficient. So this is also our responsibility to check the thing, and if there is any negative available, in that case we should report the same in the long form audit report. Then after, if there is applicability of due diligence, in that case, if there is any negative available in that due diligence report, we should report the same in the long form audit report. Suppose if I am talking from Central Bank of India point of view, when Central Bank of India is going to issue any loan in excess of 10 lakh rupees, in that case they will demand one due diligence report from chartered accountant. In that case, if we are going for the audit of Central Bank of India, in that case we should check the due diligence report also. Okay sir. So if there is any negative argument is there, or negative observation is there by the due diligence report, in that case we should report the same in the long form audit report. Is there any inspection and physical verification of securities, and you found any observation on that, you should report the same, and the physical verification is done by the specified authority or not, and for that purpose we should take the declaration, or we should check the certificate issued by the verifying authority to the bank in this regard. Okay, and if we found any negative, in that case we should report the same, and we should also check the valuation report of that particular security, and if the valuation report is older than 3 years, in that case that valuation report should be treated as an invalid valuation report, and the same should be reported in the long form audit report, and specific considerations should be taken care. Okay sir. In cases of advances examined by you, have you come across cases of deficiencies including the value of securities? If you found that the value of security is not sufficient against that particular loan, in that case you should report the same in the long form audit report. Okay sir. Then if you found any red flagged accounts or 45 early warning signals in any account, in that case you should report the same in the long form audit report. A specific report should be given, that means account should be reported in that particular tab. Okay sir. We are going to check 5 large advances, and if you found any negative point or any adverse point, in that case you should report the same, but the suggestion should be specific. We are not going to say that in multiple accounts we found that stock statement is not proper, in multiple accounts we found that the drawing power is not proper, in multiple account we found that the interest as per the account and as per the product is not correct. Not to do these things. We should do specific that in particular this account there is a variation between the stock statement and the stock reported in the audited financial statement. We should be specific for that. तब तो वो आगे जो central statutory auditors है या फिर RBI के कुछ काम का है. अगर हमने just बोल दिया we found that observation in multiple accounts, then this is useless argument. Okay, and due to that, the scope of bank branch audit is reducing day by day. So we should be very much careful while doing the bank branch audit for financial year 2022-2023. Okay, sir. Assets classification, provisioning of advances and resolution, that means IREC norms. In case of your IREC norms, you should comment that all the classification is perfect. That means if any assets to be classified as substandard, the same has been classified. If something is classified as SMA 012, D1, D2, D3, or any loss assets, in that case, the same shall be classified. We should report the same in our long form audit report. And if you found any issue with the classification, you should report the same in the long form audit report. Okay, sir. So these are the all issues SMA 012 se related and your classifications related. Now, list of accounts outstanding in excess of 10 CR which either been downgraded. If any account, any borrower, the amount of outstanding is 10 CR and above, and the account has downgraded and upgraded, in that case, we should take care of it, and specific comments are required in your long form audit report. Okay, sir. Now, these points are related to your upgradation of accounts. These points are related to your generally related to your, that is credit appraisals, that is your classification. Okay, sir. Now, non-fund based securities, that is your LC, and that is your bank guarantee. Okay, in case of LC and BG, if all the conditions are fulfilled, in that case, okay, and if you found any issue, report the same with account number. That means your report should be specific. Okay, sir. So these all about your non-fund based, and then after your assets part, if you found any sundry or suspense account in the balance sheet or trial balance, in that case we should report the same. Or if there is any entry which is pending outstanding more than 90 days, in that case report the same with the amount and with the head. Okay, sir. So these are the things which we need to be very much careful regarding your liabilities on account of your dormant account. If there is any dormant account, if any account is being converted from inoperative to operative and operative to inoperative, in that case, we should report the same in our long form audit report. And if the account is in inoperative and there is any cash withdrawal during the inoperative period, we should report the same in our long form audit report. Okay, sir. These are the just examples for it. Okay, sir. So assets and liabilities and other liabilities we had covered. Okay, sir. Regarding profit and loss account, we should be very much specific that interest is proper or not, discount commission is proper or not, or all the terms, all the items of that profit and loss account is correct or not. So, sir, this is all regarding to your long form audit report. So in our today's session, we had discussed on the planning part. After that, we had discussed on the documentation part. Then after, we had discussed certain practical aspect, how we can do the bank audit in a practical way. And then after, we had discussed on the long form audit report. So is it okay for all of you? If you have any query, I had already shared my WhatsApp number. You can connect over me, or regarding that PDF file, I will share the link for that in the comment box of that video. Or if you require the same personally, then you may comment, you may text me on my WhatsApp number, so I will share you the same. If you require the commands regarding Finacle or any other banking software or other material, in that case, you may comment with me on my WhatsApp number. I will share you the same. So this is all about from my side. Or if you have any query, I will comment my WhatsApp number also. You can connect with me over WhatsApp. I just want the feedback regarding the session from you. This is an reward for me, and thank you for the patience learning. I am going for signing off. Thank you, sir. Thank you.